And we people are here once again joining with women's representation in public institution in India. This is a topic what sir has given. In this regard, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಾ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಅಥವಾ is it okay that only English can work it out?
Bilingual ಮಾಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್.
Bilingual ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ?
Bilingual.
Okay. I will try my level best and you should not laugh on my Kannada later, okay? So I will be bilingual a little bit.
Okay, madam.
Whenever we talk about women's representation in public institution, we are having a view that how people are working, what they are doing. So many questions will rise. ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದು. So past, present and future, we are thinking about this one. So the thing is that when I started, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ questions ನನ್ನ ಮೈಂಡಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಂದಿರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, how women are viewed, are treated in our society. You think about, when the question comes, you think about the past, present and also the future you think about. And my next question speaks about how women are to be treated in society. Is there any gap? ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ನನಗೆ ಇಬ್ರು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು. So when I start doing this exercise of 1 hour, then we will understand better that what type of society we need or what type of treatment the society needs towards the woman. Can anybody? How women are we? Yes. Hello. Am I audible?
Ma'am, yeah.
So
you want answers for both how women ought to be treated and how women are treated, right?
Yes.
So,
sure.
I mean, we know that women have to be treated equally, and equally in terms of everything, whether politically, economically, in all forms of decision making.
Yes.
But we know that there is a lot of difference between the what we discuss and what happens in the real life. So women are yet to get that equal treatment. So yeah, in all spheres, whether in family decisions or though we speak of so much of modernity, development, all that, women are still expected to perform the traditional roles and yeah, so this is my view.
Yeah. Anybody else? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. It is not like that the English ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು you are free to talk in Kannada also. I am very much understanding Kannada. Yes. Okay. If you are so tired, I will start by taking one answer from this, that we are treated or how we are to be treated. That is a two question. There is a gap. If you see this one, you will find a gap. As madam has said about that one, though they are expecting us to do the same age-old things what we were doing, the same thing, it is there still in practical way. If you are thinking about that one, still it is going on. So there is a gap. Whenever you see one ideology or when movement has to happen, they will find out what it is and what it ought to be. These are the two questions arise in our mind, that how we have to do changes or how we have to bring a change in the society. So being woman, it is very easy to understand the situation, that one, what we expect from the society and how we are treated in the society. Hope you people will understand this question. So we will try to change our status quo. We have to come forward by on our own, and nobody is going to give any kind of position, any kind of identity to you until and unless the women come forward to participate in each social, economic, political life, whatever we are talking about. So when you think about women experiences, these are the three words what I have given here: subordination, discrimination, oppression. Do you agree with this, ladies, especially ladies? I think so. You agree with me. What about male participants? Do women give this type of words when I say that one, you explain your experiences or what is your experience you are having? ಈ ವ್ಯೂಸ್ ಈ ಮಾತುಗಳು ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ನಾವು ಅವ್ರಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೀವಿ, ಅವ್ರ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಕೆಳ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸೇ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. ಸಿ, the relation of male to female is by nature a relation of superior and of ruler to the ruled. ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, the father of political science is talking about, and when we talk about Plato giving equal importance, giving equal opportunity for education, on the other side, this type of a statement will be coming. This type of a statement has come. So what to do with this? So women's position is in house, not in politics and public affairs. Said by none other than from America, Thomas Jefferson. A man is intellectually superior to... Just a moment. I'm really very sorry for inconvenience. The simultaneous another program is going on. That's why I got hiccup with that kind of technological issues. So here I have given the statement. Can anybody read this statement, third statement? Can anybody talk about this?
A man is intellectually superior to women. Charles Darwin.
Charles Darwin. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Do you agree this one?
No, madam.
No.
We have the equally intellectually.
Yeah, Rani ma'am. What you are saying is right. The age-old views, what we had, that we are challenged, we have to challenge that one. When you talk about feminism, just I will give you a brief note of this, then I will move off to the next, what is the main theme of it, what we are going to discuss about this one. That when women are treated differently, and when women are experiencing these kind of things, the age-old concept of that saying that one women are very much loyal to men, this type of things is not correct, and this was not discussed till 18th century. 18th century plays a very important role when Mary Wollstonecraft started thinking about this reasoning. She says that women are not having any kind of this kind of differences, but she says that when reasoning is there with them, especially she says that when more reasoning is there with them. When America and England, these two countries, whenever they're spreading about this kind of rights, especially representation, our topic today, and there they were talking about political representation, 1848 to 1920, just I'm giving a hint of feminism, which we are discussing about that one. They were talking about full citizenship, like how men were having the equal citizenship right, and also political having their rights. So she is asking for those things. Why not for women? Disturbance. Now I think I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm so
Yes,
sorry.
ma'am.
I will be sharing the PPT with you people later. I'm unable to share it now because of some technical issues. Right? I will share with the people and they will share with you. Is it okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Please bear with me this inconvenience what has happened with you. ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಈ ತರನು ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಆಗ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬರೋ ತನಕ. So anyway, coming back to our concept of a man is intellectually superior to woman. ಡಾರ್ವಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಈ ತರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ we have to think twice before talking about that one. That was there before 18th century. That's what I was talking to you, that after 18th century what happened? The people started to think about the liberal ideas, those ideas like liberty, equality, dignity. So dignity of woman, dignity of the people, they started to thought about this one. You know about the French Revolution, you know about the American Revolution. What are the changes they have brought? When you think about this, history of women's participation in public institution we have to discuss in today's class. I mean, this is lecture, I'm focusing upon that public institution and how women struggles for equality, for civil rights and social justice. Across centuries, women have moved from the periphery of political, economic, and social structures to increasingly influential roles within public institutions. This transformation was neither linear nor uniform all over the world. It varies across the region, culture, and historical periods. So when we are seeing and noticing this one, we will see that one, what happened in ancient civilization. What happened after that? We divide and go through the chronological order. When you are talking about ancient civilization, especially focusing on India, if you are talking about Buddhism, what the Buddhist people or Buddha has given equality to the woman, how he has provided the equality. ಗೌತಮಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಗೌತಮಿ ಬಂದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಮಾಂಕ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಡ್? Initially he rejects that one. When Anand comes and he says that one, illa ನೀವು ಇವ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು position ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, they are having their own way of life, then the position has been given to Gautami and the other 500 women who participated to make the situations or institutional to come into function. So they were fighting for that. So Buddhism, the sort of background concept, when you are talking about Buddhism, you will realize that one, yes, importance has been given in the ancient civilizations also. And if you are talking about Basavanna, the very best example you can take about 12th century Anubhava Mantapa. Anubhava Mantapa, they were more than 770 members were there. Out of that, 60 were women participants. 60 to 70 they'll say, but exactly I can say that one 60 women were there in 12th century. Imagine we are in the 21st century, and at that time in the 12th century, so Vachanagatis were there. Out of 60, 30 were Vachanagatis. These 30 Vachanagatis, they were giving their views through writings, through their vachanas, through their poems, through their bhakti, they are showing and want to bring a change in the society. So like that only, if you are talking about medieval period, you will see about the modern thing, our modern period. I'm just skipping because too many things are there. I'm having very short time. I think you will agree with me that if I skip one or two slides in between, or I will be, so I won't be repeating that one. When you are talking about modern period, the seeds were put into to bring a change in the society, social reforms. After Renaissance, what has happened? You have seen that one, how the social reforms have come. In my coming slides, it will come. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, how he brought the changes. Imagine Raja Ram Mohan Roy, who wants to remove this kind of inequality which were existed when he saw that one, the society. But on the other side, when he speaks about property right, there was not much explanation given even by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Raja Ram Mohan Roy has given little bit property to the woman, but not very openly he has, because that capitalist mind was there within him also. Zamindari system, what he had seen, or the capitalist view, what it was there. Social changes they were bringing, but giving equality, giving position to the woman equally, that was somewhere, we will say, not totally, but somewhere it was a hiccup. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇತ್ತು ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಹೇಗಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ನಾವು ಬೇಡವಾ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅವರಲ್ಲೂ ಮೂಡಿತ್ತು ಅದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ಬಹುದು. And in 20th century, when we are talking about suffrage and political mobilization of the women, we will see that the waves, women waves, what we are saying about feminist concept of waves, what I have seen, the changes have come. But you have to keep in your mind, 1847, when they started with that, they were not asking to move off from the social responsibilities. They are not coming out. They are not saying that one, we don't want family, we don't want anything else, or we want opposition only to rule the system. No, they were asking for the suffrage or right to vote. And they were asking for full citizenships like men, legal, political aspect, what we have was spoken about a little bit early. A right to vote would solve all the women's problem. They thought right to vote will solve all the problems. Do you agree? Right to vote kotre saka nimge? A right to vote will solve all the problems. Do you agree? So definitely not. But in 21st century, it makes the difference that we are coming shortly go and see that one. So here, the empowerment, how the empowerment has to happen. And 21st century, what are the challenges? We have got equality. My friends, you have told me in the previous class or previous lecture about that one, ma'am, we have got equality. We have to think more than that. Yes, that more than that, from where it will come? How it come? When discrimination will move off from our day-to-day life. When emancipation comes, women demanded emancipation here, freedom from discrimination. I hope that all my friends who are listening to me, we will agree that one, we want freedom from discrimination. We don't want any kind of freedom in the other aspects. We don't want in the freedom that we want to leave out our families. We don't want to have indulge with family responsibility. We don't want other things. But we are saying that when freedom is required for discrimination, we want to come out from discrimination. So you might have heard about this one. ಏನು ಹುಡುಗಿರ್ ತರ ಅಳ್ತೀಯ ನೀನು ಅಂತಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Why you are crying like a girl? Don't cry like that. See, just example I'm giving you that one. They're only the discrimination they are creating in the minds of the young birds, I can say, in the families. So this kind of challenges we have to come. So emancipation plays a very important role. And then equality, when we are talking about equality, that's what I was talking about. They are talking about egalitarian society, they are talking about to establish institutions in the society, they are talking about. They are not talking about to remove off and we make us free. Nowadays we are finding that one, when most of the people or most of the women are saying that when we don't want to indulge in ourselves into the society or institutions of the society, so called marriage. You know that when the notion of this marriage has been changing. The present generation, they don't want to get into involve into it. So you know that one, what the law has come, live in relationship. So I'm not diverging my topic. I'm coming back to my topic. So public institutions. Public institutions, how we are going to understand public institutions? We are living in a society where society is an organizations of organization we talk about. So without having these organizations, we can't find a big organization. To run that big organizations, these small organization in the form of different public serving different public goods or services they are providing, they are having different names. That maybe includes legislatures, the rules what they are making, the administrative agencies, the schools, hospitals, police departments, so on and so forth. There are a number of things which come under legal authority, which serves the collective interest and are accountable to the public. So this is the main thing what we are seeing in public institutions. So public institution is having legality. Public institution is having accountability. They are service oriented. Stability and continuity will be there with this. When we are talking about all these things, so how this system came, how this institution have started, public institution have started. You know, you have heard about civilized or in historical background about sabha and samitis, how they were there, how they came into existence. Or when you are talking about the Greeks, ancient Greek, you are talking about the Roman law, you are talking about Indian political thought, you are talking about Chinese bureaucratic system, you are talking about. These all systems are giving you a way of living life along with the institutions. Without institutions, we are not going to have a peaceful life. That social contract theory you people have heard about and you have learned about that one, that without having relationship, we can't live in the society. So here in medieval I think in a medieval period, you'll see that one feudal administration and religious institutions came, and you have heard about this one, that how religion played an important role to bifurcate that one from the state, what the struggle has happened. Do sword theory, you have heard about this one, that in one sword, how you have to cut out the other, and how you make the responsibility of those things, removing of this institutional religion institutions and making free and fair for them to work it out for the administration, for the public they are talking about. But imagine that one, how it is at present in the name of nationalism, how we are bringing the religion into the institutions and how the changes are happening. This point, you keep it out. Last, we will discuss once again about this one. So modern time we are talking about, industrialization came, nation states, they democratization has taken place in the form of public institutions. So in contemporary era, when you are talking about, or when we are talking about globalization, liberalization, and privatization or LPG, we are talking about, with the new technology, we are talking about this public institutions. Plays a crucial role in our life, day-to-day life, and also for the development of the country. We need the support of these public institutions. Hope it is making sense. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. So here, when we are talking about women representation, coming directly to our theme of today's lecture is that how the constitutional foundation took place. Can you tell me which are the topics, which are the articles which are coming around here? Which articles we are going to refer to when we are talking about constitutional foundation for the women representation?
Article 14 to 18, right to equality.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Right.
Right to freedom, 18 to 22.
Yes. Yes,
Right
ma'am.
to exploitation, 20.
Yes, yes. Yes, ma'am. Definitely, ma'am. Like that only we are having duties also, which encourages citizens to renounce practice have, and also give dignity to the women we are having this. So when we are talking about, most of the country are having number of women, percentage of the women, more of the 50%, more than 50%. Ours is 52% we are talking about. So when we are talking about this one, what the situation is there, how the people are still struggling, then coming into the 21st century, and we are struggling like how we were there in the 18th century still, though the situations are little bit changes, modernization has come, so we are getting all the opportunities, we can say, our facilities, we can say, but still the discrimination is going on. So when you talk about directive principles also, it is there, article 39A, 46, 47. So I am skipping this one, I am not going deep into it. So when you're talking about this directive principles, you know that one, liberty, how much of liberty has to be given, I'm skipping that one. So a progressive legal framework we need. We need a progressive legal framework, which is alone is okay or insufficient, sufficient or insufficient. This is a confusion. What I'm giving a statement here. So legal framework alone is not insufficient. We have to work for that, achieving gender parity in practice. As informal norms and power structure signifies influence outcomes. So here I can say that one, how we are underlying these causes and how we are seeing the gaps between these two. The root cause, I'm not going to go deep into it. You know this one. What is the root cause for having this kind of differences between the man and the woman? Can anybody? Root cause for discrimination?
Male dominant society.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. So here we can say that social cultural norms, institutional practices, what we are having, and the political will. These are the aspect, I think, that one which is not making or which is not providing us the equality. The challenges are there. Not solely legal one I'm talking about. They are the socio-cultural norms. Just I gave the example why you are crying like a girl. You sit properly. Why you are sitting like a boy? From there it starts. You go to the situations where the laws are speaking. 498A. How the misuse of this is happening. So this type of things, when you are talking about, there are many more things which is responsible for this. The contributing factors what we are discussing here is about deep-seated patriarchal system which is existing. The social stereotype, I can say this one. And also the support from political parties. Is it okay or we need some more? Because here representation I'm talking about not only in public institution, I'm talking about the previous lecture what I had given to you about the political participation. Some of the points I will be taking up from there. So what is the necessity here? Achieving genuine gender parity requires a multifaceted, multi-layered way of development has to happen. A holistic approach has to happen, extending beyond this legislative mandate to comprehensive societal institutional transformation has to happen. Then only we can see the development, or we can say that when the society is going towards giving equal or equality or egalitarian society, we can think thought of or we can think about. So, what are the historical trajectories? What are the women's in India, especially we are talking about pre-independence. As I said, that one, the pre-independence period, how it was, and how the after independence is. Because your ASIS topic, what sir has given to me is post-colonial. I have to focus on. So I am not going to touch very much in detail about the prehistorical, pre-independence time. Just I will skip this one, but here I have to mention that one 19th century social reform movements that they plays a very important role where the women's movement emerged from broader level. I can say that when many women are coming forward, the same way males were helping them to come forward. That we should not ignore this point. Keep in your mind that one male reformists came and they were helping the women to come forward. Uh, when we are talking about Raja Ram Mohan Rai, I said Dayanand Saraswati, as you can say, I have to mention here about Jyoti Rao Phule. Jyoti. So when Savitri Bai Phule is doing so many things, a first teacher you are talking about, the first school she has started in 1848 here in India. Imagine the same thing in 1848. There in the international level, feminist first phase of feminist movement has started. There they were talking about this giving equality, political equality, and also they were talking about giving legal status to the women. 1848, if you see that one, a meeting was held in Seneca Falls Convention in USA, where many women came forward and they declared themselves that we want these rights for the women, that is equality with men they were fighting. And here, Savitri Bai Phule in India, she has started the school to provide the basic foundation for our women. So when we link these two, both are fighting for their rights. Like that only, Tarabai Shinde, when you are talking about, Stri Purush Tulana, 1882. This is the first feminist text which she has started with, and she has brought that one very nicely. That one where you are comparing that one man and the woman comparison, how you are doing and how the situation is changing. The scenario of 1882, imagine that one. Another one woman's name I have to take here, that is Kamini Roy, first woman who honored graduate in India in 1886. So we forget all these things, the first, second, and all. But we have to give importance for this Kamini Roy, who was there in 1886. She was the first woman who graduated. So this period laid crucial groundwork by challenging patriarchal norms, primarily driven by educated male elites. We have to remember these type of things, right? So I'm skipping from 19th to 20th century. What has happened, my dear friends? You are well versed in all these things. You are teaching from years together. This one, but just my input I'm bringing into it. So here, notable organizations, we have to think what has happened with the notable organization like Ladies Society, Arya Mahila Samaj, Bharat Stri Mandal. I'm skipping once again, but this phase was critical for developing women's political consciousness. That's what. I am bringing this one very important points here, that how the representation of the women has started and how their political consciousness in their mind collectively climbed for the public entrepreneurs or public representations. They came forward and they started with that. Here, national movement, I'm not going to touch with the national movement. Swadeshi, home rule movement, non-cooperation movement, civil disobedient movement, the role of the women in that, and how Gandhiji brought the women forward to take their own lead. So in the previous slides, founding fathers, when we are talking about, we have to talk about founding mothers also. I said, I think I have given you that one. So I am skipping that slide here. I'm not giving you detail about that one. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So when we are talking about all these constituent as assembly debates, our Indian Women's Charter of Rights and Duties of 45 and 46, which demanded equality in all spheres, include economic empowerment and recognition of domestic work. See, this is much more important. You have to keep in your mind 1945-46 Indian Women's Charter of Rights and Duties. This played an important role because the political consciousness has come into the mind, and people were thinking, and the women were thinking that we have to empower ourselves and we have to come forward. So this highlights a philosophical tensions within early feminist thoughts, that universal rights on the one side, on the other side, they are targeted affirmative actions also. The actions were taking place. The post-independent era, which is much more important for us, to where the legislative representation has started in 1947. We are the very lucky person to say this one, that we got the right to vote equally with the men when we got the independence. You know, when did New Zealand got the right to vote for the women? When they got the freedom? 1893. United Kingdom, 1918. United States of America. This you have to keep in your mind, that one 1920 is the time when they got this. But right to bill was been earlier. It has been presented, but 1920 only they got the right to vote. Yeah. 19th Constitutional Amendment of America, I think, if I am not wrong, 19th Amendment of American Constitution speaks about this one. But still today, they have not got that kind of equality as to the gender representation there. 1920, remember that one? And when Kamala Harris got the vice presidentship. So 2020, 100 years. Yes, you can speak about Clinton there, but still I'm keeping aside Clinton. But here, when you are talking about Kamala Harris, 100 years, a person to get from this level to that level, 100 years, the vice presidentship came to her. And they were challenging that one, that she can win. But once again, that patriarchal system, or you can say that one, the other causes are there. I'm not denying that one, but still we can say that one, the patriarchal system has not given a single president for America till date, though they were talking about so modern, so developed country we are talking about. But when it comes to the question of India, we are well versed, and we are the first people who got this kind of equality. And we have seen that when Indira Gandhi was there as a first woman, and then go after that, you are seeing that one, how Pratibha Patil came, and how at present Draupadi Murmu is there in that, or Meera, if you are talking about the speaker. This is a thing where we have to think about that one. The legislative representation has changed. You take about Rajkumari, Amrut Kaur to Vijay Lakshmi Pandit to Indira Gandhi, I'm talking about. So at present, the Murmu also we are talking about, they have broken the barriers. So breaking the barriers, I'm coming in the mainstream, that made a challenge one. And also coming to the public institution, no, that plays a very important role, where political consciousness along with the socio-economic development made the women to come forward. So we have discussed about Lok Sabha elections. Chronologically, if you are talking about the representation, and only in the recent time you are seeing the development, and at present only 74 women MPs are there. And highest proportions are nearly 15%. You can say about this one. I'm skipping this one. I'm not going deep because last time also I didn't give time for you people to ask the questions, so I'm skipping this. Rajya Sabha, in Rajya Sabha also, gradual increase you have seen from 60s to 70s, that is only 5%. 80s to 90s, you have seen 8%. And 90s, you will see 9%. Highest proportion, you can say this one, that 2014 and 2019, it has improved. Currently, 13% of Rajya Sabha MPs are women. You can say that one. So here, whatever the data we are seeing, that still there is a gap. The gender representation, whether it is in political sphere, economic sphere, or the social sphere, the gap is still existing. So when you are talking about legislative assemblies, it is no different, but yes, in the lower level, it has increased because it is giving importance. Our reservation has been given for 50% reservation. For that reason, you are seeing, otherwise you would have not seen. I think at this juncture, we had to discuss about Nari Shakti Vandana Act. Can anyone speak about this one, please? This is a landmark. This is a landmark thing or the law which has been made, legislature has brought in. Have you heard about this one at least? Nari Shakti Vandana Act? Why not? We are political science students and political science teachers. We have heard about this one. 106th Amendment of Indian Constitution, which is speaking about Nari Shakti Vandana Act 2023.
About women reservation bill, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank God, at least someone is speaking out, so that I thought that case. Otherwise, you people are having your tea and sleeping. That's not the thing, no? You are listening to me.
No, ma'am, that's not like that. We are listening to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, 106th Amendment Act, that is Nari Shakti Vandana Act, is speaking about, this is a landmark achievement of what I was talking about. 1/3 of the seats in Lok Sabha, state legislative assemblies, and Delhi legislative assemblies, they are reserving that one. So with this 33% of reservation of the sub quota for SCs and STs they are bringing in, reserve seats to be allotted by rotation after each delimitation process based on the next census. Here, another one crucial point is about delimitation at this point, at this view, when we are talking about the Nari Shakti Vandana Act, and also delimitation. Simultaneously it is moving offside. Delimitations, how will you do? What will you do? There are so many things which are coming in. So when we are discussing about this one, some of the intellectuals, I think you have heard about A.K. Verma sir from UP, who is having much done research on this. So delimitation, he was talking, will they give importance for women? Will they give position for the women? Once again, the question will arise there. Delimitation you will do. Then you are talking about reserving the seats allotted by rotation and all. Will the lower category women will come forward, or only to the people who are there in the higher level or who are having the background of the political family or political legacy, those people will come? This is a question mark because we have to create leaders, that is to the local level. I'm not talking about the male here, I'm talking about the women here. They have to come forward and they have to be given training in such a form that they can survive not only in the lower level to the highest level also. But that's what I have told you in the previous lecture also, that there is a huge gap between a lower representation in the local bodies and at the national level. And what about the middle in the state level? You won't find much of the women who are participating or who are coming forward to take participation. If they are coming also, there is no place for them to take top roles or top positions. That is not there. So this is expected that in 2029, They are going to do this delimitation. After that, they are going to do, but the strategies, what they are following or how they are following, it is just a question that we have to wait and watch what will happen. This to say, to be practical, it is very easy, but to bring it, sorry, to say it theoretically, it is very easy. To be in a practical way, it is very, very difficult to come in. So the challenges is truly intersectional gender equality, potential benefiting women from domestic caste and dominant caste. See, OBC has been excluded. This is another one important point. You have to keep this one in. This development is happening on the other side. Where are these people are going? The other groups where they are going. So there is a glass ceiling effect. You have heard about the glass ceiling effect where we are making discrimination once again. So I'm not going to touch this one. The strategy we required is that entry level policies and also upward mobility addressing deeper structural and cultural barriers which is existing in the institutions or public institutions. There is a huge gap that we have to reduce that one by addressing that one and also making the policies to move upward. Our upward mobility should be there and the sense. Women's representation in other public institutions like judiciary, you can take. I think most of us know about Nagratna. That is especially belongs to Karnataka. Once again, we will say that when in 2027, she may be going to become the first Chief Justice of Supreme Court from Nagratna you are having. But still, we will see there is less than 40% of the women in lower judiciary. And in higher level, you know that when there are less than 10% of a judges in the High Court and the Supreme Court. Only 3 female judges out of 34 working judges you can see in the Supreme Court. This is ironically, this is a true fact that only 8 female judges are there. That is, we can say at the time of 1950, and now you are having these type of things that the lower system or lower percentage not only there in the other administration but in the judiciary also you will find this kind of discrimination, or you can say that when these divisions are this system is existing within that. If we are having these kind of things, what is the thing that the barriers are the achievement or advancement we are going to bring in? Why it is so happening? I am not once again going that the gender bias is there. Yes, it is existing. Appointment procedure, yes, it is there. Discrimination is there. Patriarchy and sexism, when it comes, often recommended for face that who is there, what are the people, who are the people, do they have any kind of legacy, do they have any kind of background, who is going to support them. So we'll find this kind of discrimination there also. So underrepresentation affects female law students and diminishes likelihood of gender responsive policies. We can say that when there is differences, not only judiciary, but in civil services also. Most of my friends, you have tried for civil services, whether it is at the national level or at the state level, you know very well that how difficult it is to go and catch that position. Earlier, when we were there as youngsters, they were saying that if you are having a degree, you will get a job. Later, it came that if you are having a degree, it is not enough. You should have money also along with that. Sorry, not money. First, a recommendation. First, you should have degree and then you should have recommendation. Third, this aspect has come, you should have money. Now, these 3 aspects plays a very important role. So, where the woman will bring all these kind of things, whether whoever may be, whatever may be, but I'm not giving our the negative aspect, but you are seeing the highest rank has been taken by the women candidates in IAS, IPS offices. That is there, but the percentage is very less. Anna Rajam Malhotra. Have you heard about this name? Anna Rajam Malhotra, the first female IAS officer. So in 1951 itself, she has come. But see now how the development has happened and many more people are coming forward, but still we have not gone up to the mark. So persistent biases are existing, challenges are there, which is there. Historically, if we see this one, secretariat post, I mean, not appointed, or district magistrate court, if we are talking about judiciary, they are not appointing that one. We are seeing that one, how many women are there in the defense or in the cabinet? No need to give any kind of explanation by myself that you know very well about this one. You are judging that one, how many are there? But still, we can say that one, they are women in the public institutions, they have created history. For example, Kiran Bedi, 1972, India's first woman IPS officer known for prison reforms. Tihar Jail. I heard about this one. So the development has happened there only because she wanted to bring a reform or she wanted to make a change in the life of the prisoners who are there. Like that only. So many are there, names are coming, but I'm not giving you in detail about that one. But you think about these people who are coming as a era, you can say that when the first differently abled woman, I have to take about example of this also, that first differently abled woman to top UPSC advocated for inclusivity. So we are not talking about only the women, we have to take about this one also, and we can take about the LGBTQ group also who are coming forward. When we are talking about the gender, we have to speak about all this. And this aspects plays a very important role where women are achieving, they are entering, whether it is in the middle level representation or declining at the highest level of leadership. We are seeing all these developments which are happening in the society, we'll say this. So when we are talk about public sector enterprises and employment, what happened in the public sector? How the public employment is growing in I can say this. Have you heard about Swavambini scheme? You have heard about. Let me take it out in a simple way of saying about starts up, make in India. The schemes where they are making women to come forward to become entrepreneurs, to have their own way of life, to introduce themselves into the business field where women were not entering into that field. Now the time has come, they are entering to the public employment sector, not only in government employed, they are coming forward and they are making their own I can say that one position or a fair place in the market also. The challenges are coming in, that is a different matter, but still we can see that one 20% of MSME sector are women entrepreneurs. I think with SCP and NEP, you people are making our girls to take part in MSME, or they have to go and see and they have to do their field work. These are the things, and there you are seeing this one. So where women are taking active participation. So India is ranked globally 57th out of 65 index, what we are talking about, Mastercard index on women entrepreneurs. These are the technical things, or the, I can say that one, these are the parameters which we are taking in is different, but still we can say that one, the labor who is working in the entrepreneurship, or the women who are working as entrepreneurship, is little bit growing with compared to the previous one, especially after COVID-19. You will see that one, the I can say that the bloom has come, or you can say that when the businesses are growing and women also actively participating into it equally. On the one side, she is coming on her own. On the other side, government is providing a number of schemes for the development of the women. Our women representation, not only in political field, not only in social field, but also in the economic sphere also. Here we are into the higher education level. When you are talking about higher education leadership, how it is, what it is, faculty versus leadership. If I take example of this faculty versus leadership, how many of us will take initiative to do something new, to bring something differently into the classes, to make inclusive growth in the development. So here you will see that when how many of us are there in the higher education field, that is becoming vice chancellors or directors or deans. Now very much uh, advertisement is coming about the next coming 5 years, 10 years, director post will be more. So why can't you take a director's training they are giving? They are giving you the training because you are having 10 years of experience in higher education. Why can't you become a director? Where to become a director? Director in public sectors, directors where the companies they are going to establish, where the education system or educational institutions they are increasing in, there they are in need of directors. We are talking only about one university becoming a vice chancellor or becoming a dean, that is more than enough. But now the turn has changed in a higher education field. They are bringing these type of directors who can participate in a different way in business field. So this is very, very challenging. I can say that one. There, much more importance is being given to the women entrepreneurs or women directors or the women who are there in the higher education level. They are bringing in this change. I can say that one definitely will make some kind of development in the system of public institutions. This is very much needed. But there is barriers also. When we are talking about leadership representation, it is once again in higher education, it is low. So one department is there means there will be 5 members. If in the higher education and the university, 4 will be men, 1 will be woman. This type of things will we have seen this one, right? So 9.55% in 2021 are there in the representation or women representation we are talking about. On the other side, if you are talking about, you can see that one where we will take the example of LGBTQ. They are coming forward in education and going to the higher stages also in universities. So here the barriers, what it is, ನಾವು ಮುಂದೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನಲ್ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಅಥವಾ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್, ನನಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಹೇಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಲ್ ಬಿಲೀಫ್, ಸಮಾಜ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಸಮಾಜ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಅಥವಾ ವರ್ಕ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಫ್ಲಿಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಇದೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ when we talk about societal beliefs, when we discuss about societal beliefs, we say that one, 4 ಜನ ಏನಂತಾರೆ, this is a common thing, what people will think. ಆ 4 ಜನ ಯಾರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋ 4 ಜನನ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕ ಇರೋ 4 ಜನನ, ಅಥವಾ ಸಮಾಜನ, ಆ ಸಮಾಜ ನಮಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ 4 ಜನ ಯಾರು. 4 ಜನ ನಾವು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ನಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ 4 ಜನ ಏನಂತಾರೆ, these are all comedy things which we are talking about this one, but our 4 members plays a important role in our life. This is the barriers what especially the women is keeping in our mind. When we talk about, there will be a dual burden, work, family and conflict. When we are talking about work, family, conflict, nowadays we are seeing that when divorce rates are increasing. Why? Because our young people are not coping up. So there is a dual burden, household responsibility and also the responsibility at the institutional level, whether whichever may be the public institution, whether it is a health sector, whether whatever you are talking about. So role models, to whom to take role models, who are there? Very, very few people you will find that one you can take them as a role model. ಯಾರನ್ನ ತಗೋತೀರ ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಲ್? ನಮ್ಮ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಹೀರೋಯಿನ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಆ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತಗೋತಾರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸರ್ ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ಓನ್ models in front of the young people. I can very much into the higher education field, we have to bring this one. We have to make the people to understand that one, when we have done this much, when we have achieved this one, you can do this one. The role models we have to become and we have to bring forward them. So every day, ದಿನನಿತ್ಯದ ಒಂದು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ತರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. Even in the higher education where we are lagging very much behind, we can bring a changes not from the lower level, but you can say that when that at the primary level, at the higher level and the higher secondary level, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ you will find that female teachers will be more. Yes, even in higher level, when you compare that one, that is very less, and here the difference or the gap is existing, which we have to come down that. And gender disparities, to reduce the gender disparities, I'm skipping this one. You can say that one, how the declining engineering college, how it is declining at present, declining of IT sectors. With regard, I'm talking about the female enrollment, right? It is talking on one side we are talking, but at present I tell you this one, NEP, after NEP, especially in my university, I can say this one very proudly, that one we are having number of girl women are coming in IT sector, computer engineering. That too, why I'm telling you is that one, they are coming from the remote place of Bihar, Chhattisgarh, UP, from Kashmir, and even from Kerala, they are coming forward and they are taking this. So with the help of the higher education, yes, we can bring it is whatever be the barriers we are talking about, whatever the lack of things. On the one side, this is another very interesting thing, that lack of women in innovation, like how we were talking about, they are lack in reasoning from the beginning. In the first slide I was talking about, here also the barriers is like that only, that they are lagging innovation. ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ innovation ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಹೊಸತನ ಏನು ತರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, but this is very wrong. Policy making, once again, policy making, how we are going to take the decisions. Policy making ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅದು. With the experience, with the decision making policies only we can make a changes, otherwise it is not going to happen. So this plays a very crucial role when we are talking about the women representation. The impact of women's representation on governance and policy outcomes. Panchayat Raj, no need to give the explanation, I think that one. ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ ರಾಜ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ ರಾಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಂಚಾಯತ್ ಪತಿನೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಹೊರತು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವುಮೆನ್ ಯಾರು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯು ನೋ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. Even not only here, in all over lower level, decision will be taken by the male in the name of the. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಾವಲಂಬಿನಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಪಾಲಿಸಿನ ತರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವರು, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ entrepreneurship. So they have made one clause. Okay, so usually women and men will go and they will say that one, this is our proposal, you have to see, and there man will be explaining everything, women will be sitting only for the sake of name of the woman has to come there, and the scheme is only for the women. These people are taking the name of the woman, but what this scheme is saying, that one, you are not supposed to speak. Let the person or let the woman speak out what is her idea, because our she will be having her own ideas of making, but with the pressure of the family or with the pressure of the male dominated family, she will be keeping quiet, she is not talking much, and she will be saying that, "Oh, whatever my husband says, it's okay, whatever they are taking the decisions, they're okay." But this is a very nice initiative, that they are giving training only to the woman. They are giving the facility or financial facility from the government. Telangana is the best example for that. So they are providing only to the women. With this, we can say that one, positive policy outcomes are coming in to lead the females coming forward. Hello? Hello?
Ma'am.
At what time it is going to be? Because last time I took too much of time, yes. So what time it is closing? By 5? 5, no? Yeah.
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock.
Yeah. So I don't want to take up much of our time. So I had kept my mind clock that it is saying that, yes, ma'am, last time has taken much and this time also she will take much. No, don't think about that one. Women in public administration. So when we are talking about women in public administration, Sushma Swaraj comes to my mind, isn't it? Do I have heard about her?
Yes, ma'am.
Why not? Yes. What she said,
Also,
what she
Indira Gandhi.
was. Yes. Yes, sir. So another one name I want to take, Nirmala Sitaram.
Sitaram.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So the first full-time female defense minister also is there, finance minister also is there, diplomatic, international relations, diplomatically, how she has solved the issues. So when you are talking about whether it is judiciary, when you are talking about health sector also, I missed this one. I didn't take much of a health sector. When you are talking about health sector, nurses are more in number rather than the brothers. So this plays a, but I don't want to take much of your time for this. But this is the thing what we are seeing, this changes, how it is happening, and how we have to bring changes in the society. This challenges are many. Once again, I say, I am not repeating this one, just I am highlighting this one, that multifaceted problems are existing. I can say that socio-cultural obstacles, illiteracy, violence, and what we can say that proxy representation. Just I was talking about this one. The same, my slides are speaking about the same thing which I discussed earlier. But what we need exactly? What we need exactly, woman? What we need exactly is a support. Support from whom? Why the support? Support from whom we want? Support from the political parties, support from the constitutional development, or support from the government, support from ground level to the higher level. Do ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಲತೆಗಳಾಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾ ಅಥವಾ ಮರನೂ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾ ಹೆಮ್ಮರನೂ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾ ಅನ್ನೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ನನ್ನದು. ಲತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವರು ತುಂಬಾನೇ ವೀಕ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಶಿ ನೀಡ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್. ಮನುಸ್ಮೃತಿಯಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಲತೆಯಾಗಿ ಇಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗಕ್ ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ? It is totally depending upon our minds, right? So here UNDP, United Nations Development Program, and also Global Gender Equality in Public Administration in 2011, it is very interestingly has said that one. Support women's empowerment and expanded participation and leadership in public institutions ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So that is very much given, and much of the studies has been taken up, and 172 countries they have come forward, and also they have given number of ideas how to improve this, how to bring out the changes in the social, political, and economic status of the women in the public institutions they are talking about. So here, contribute to the availability of up-to-date information on gender equality in public administration. Public administration plays a very important role. So the effort is being advanced till 2030 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 2030, how we are going to bring it out? You know about sustainable development is happening. This sustainable development opportunities, what it is providing. I think all the people know about SDGC goal of 5 and also 16.7, 1B, which enable the collection and discrimination of data to evaluate progress towards gender parity in participation and representation in public administration, including in leadership, it is talking about. Gender inequality in research lab have created internationally to judge by collecting the data. So they are judging, collecting the data. My question is that one, the data what we are giving, is it right or wrong? What type of data we are providing? Internationally, they are taking the correct data or not? That also we have to think about this one. But the thing is that women participation in public administration globally, if you take, it is still 46%. It has not increased more than that. So what we have to think about this one, that how we can bring this gender parity, how we can bring changes in the society, by whom we can bring changes in the society, that plays an important role, right? So here at the end, I want to just to share a quote which came to my mind and which I wrote in some of the paper. Yes, I got the paper. This is for all my female friends and also for male friends who are here, but especially for the women friends. Don't let others define you. Don't let the past confine you. Take charge of your life with confidence and determination, and there are no limits on what you can do. With this point, I think that one I have to close this session because this is for 5 o'clock, as you said. I have
Ma'am,
stopped
once
for
again, repeat these
two
words.
minutes. So,
Ma'am, please. Ma'am,
yeah.
I'm Renuka. Ma'am, once again, repeat these words. 1 second, please.
Acha. Don't let others define you. ಯಾವತ್ತು ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡಬೇಡಿ. Don't let others define you. Don't let the past confine you. Take charge of your life with confidence and determination. And there are no limits. As we say, there is a sky is the limit. There is no limit at all for the woman to move forward, or I can say to anybody. So why should other define us? She is a woman, she is like that, this, that. No, physically they are defining. Why they have to define? I'm defining by my work, by myself. I'm having that kind of a confidence, right? And I want to change my life. How to change my life? Nobody will come, I tell you, friends, nobody will come to change you. Within yourself, it has to come. So that confidence has to come. Only that confidence will come when we get educated with. Educated in the sense that one ಓದೋ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಪುಸ್ತಕದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. No, not that is not the education. What the thing we are practicing in our life, that is much more important. So that determination what makes. Even for me, I didn't know that when I'm going to come to this position where I have studied, where I did my work, and I'm going to be delivering a lecture. No, nothing. Just my confidence made me. The determination that I had, that when one day I have to achieve something, that made me. So there is no limit. Now, I have to share with you that I am the zonal secretary, South Zonal Secretary for IPSA, Indian Political Science Association. I didn't knew that one. There is an association. I have to go to that. I have to enroll that one. But they have given this position to me. So how it came, why it came, that is only my action played the role. The work, what we are doing, how we are coming forward, that makes us. So that confidence and determinations, friends, really that makes us to change our life without taking any kind of support. We don't want anybody's support. Yes, to the limited extent, we need support. Everybody needs support. And after that, why we are depending only upon the others? Please, male friends, please don't feel bad about this one. No, I'm talking for you also. That you have to support the females. Let her do, but not too much of freedom. We are having that kind of what we can say that one the areas where we can confine ourselves, the barriers are there, so within that we can live. No, within that we can grow up to ourselves to the highest level. It depends totally upon the person who is or who are you. So there is no limits, dear friends. You can fly off and you can move off. With this note, I think I have to stop here without taking much of your time. I thank my really my professor